Welcome back to another episode of the Break the Bank podcast. This is your boy Lerk with the homie Charles. We got another draft going on today. But before we get into all of that, make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't already. I don't know what the hell you waiting for. My guy was good. How's everything today?
Playoffs while we get to it. Nothing too crazy.
Who's playing right now? I turned off the basketball. I couldn't take no more of it today.
OKC and Dallas.
We didn't see what happened with this Rangers game. I can't believe they're going to double overtime. It's disgusting. But it is the Carolina Hurricane. But back to our shit. Got another draft for y'all. Had a lot of fun doing the sports movies draft and the fictional athletes draft. This time we're gonna do animated series. It can be an adult cartoon, a cartoon you watch when you were a kid, anything animated with one exception. Well, a million exceptions, but one genre is exempt. Charles is very early in his anime bag, so we are going to keep anime exempt just to make it fair. We got to get him deep in the anime bag because Charles enjoys storytelling, and no genre of TV does a better job of storytelling than anime. I said anime. It don't matter if it's live action or animated. No genre does a better job of storytelling and building up characters and making you fucking feel that script and what's going on the screen than anime does. Now, how many rounds we gonna do? Did we settle on 10, 15?
Let's do 10.
All right, so we're gonna do 10 rounds. Just like last week, is gonna be, well, shit. Can't even say last week because the episode just dropped today, but just like last time, there's gonna be a snake draft, reverse order each round. Pause. That whole statement was wild. But I get to go first this time. I don't know why Charles did that, but you ready for my number one pick?
That's what I saw on your list earlier. I
It's
haven't come to terms with it.
the greatest, most reckless and funniest show ever put on TV. South Park. That is, I remember my pops letting me watch the movie when I was probably like 10 years old. Life changing experience. Went to school wilding on Monday.
All right. All right. Delete it out my list.
Yeah, there's gonna be, I think, I have a feeling there's gonna be a lot of that because we have
Uh,
similar taste in a lot of stuff. Pause.
so knowing your heart, I'm gonna have to go ahead and get my guy because I can't leave this draft without him. Bring me Doug Funny.
Okay. Okay. I respect it. Delete it off the list. I fuck with Doug. My son Pork Chop is one of the best cartoon like best animal characters. I fucked with Pork Chop.
Top tier. Top tier. I'm gonna have to go back and check some episodes out.
They got it on Disney Plus too.
Yeah.
What's number two?
Are we snaking it again?
What?
Snake draft? You said what's number two?
Yeah, you get to go
Uh,
again. I got digging through the archives.
let me see what we got. Let me see what we
Yeah,
got.
not being able to pick the same thing makes it tougher. Cause it's like you don't want to draft something too
Let me get Rick
early,
and
but
Morty.
huh?
Let me get Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty. See, that's all right. Let me take that off my list. Let me add that to yours. Rick and Morty #2. Okay. All right. At least, well, I still get my #2, so I'm good. I'm going with the Boondocks.
I
You'll
respect
see
that.
a common theme. You'll see a common theme with most of my picks. A lot of political and societal satire. #3, the first pick of the third round, I'm gonna go with a classic, The Simpsons. I've
I can,
noticed in this
I,
day and age, a lot of people don't fuck with The Simpsons, and I just don't understand it. That's one of the best shows and one of the longest running shows in history.
all right. Those are your two.
Yeah, those are my two. I got the Boondocks to finish off round 2, and then I got The Simpsons for round 3.
That's tough. That's tough. Um, so I got two. Let me get Scooby Doo
Oh, I don't like you for that.
in particular. All just because the offshoots of Scooby, and Scrappy, and my favorite episodes when I used to do the cross episodes with the Hardy Globetrotters. Those were always my favorite episodes.
Yo, I hate you for the Scooby Doo pick, bro. Like you can have all of. I feel like with that you got to take the whole franchise.
I mean, I wasn't gonna break it down. It's just
Yeah,
I got
oh, I
Scooby Doo.
hate you for that. Let me get that off my list. I'm tight. Good fucking pick. Scooby Doo is legendary.
And then for my second pick, let me get King of the Hill.
Ooh, cult classic. Yeah, I remember watching the Beavis and Butthead Do America, and then they had. I didn't know Hank Hill was in that shit.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was like he was a Beavis and Butthead character.
Mm-hmm.
And, I'm not that old. I'm old, but I'm not that old. Um, okay, okay. I'm going with the Amazing Spider-Man for my first pick.
Mm-hmm. Tough.
That legendary '90s Spider-Man, the OG, straight out the comic books onto the big screen. And then, there's a lot of goodies to pick from. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with another classic. I'm gonna go with Dexter's Laboratory.
Perfect. These age gaps are this is yeah. You call me old on this, but this is where these 4 years of difference matter. I'm cooking you because these you got yeah. I'm cooking you right now because you got the yeah. I had them shits was getting watered down by that time. The classic was classic. The fact that you said Dexter's Laboratory, which is fire, was classic.
It's a childhood classic.
Okay,
What does this button do?
like back on me.
Yeah, pause. Yeah,
Let me cut your knees off.
you talk to me like that.
Let me get Tom and Jerry, Gang for Life.
You can have that. I almost put them and I left them off the list. I got a better one than that coming up.
And then my second pick for that one, let me get the Jetsons.
Okay, okay. Those are two classics. Now, those are two classics. I understand why you said that because you was hitting me with the haymakers. You hit me with the old school haymakers from when Aunt Jemima was still Aunt Jemima. But I got something that personally I like better than Tom and Jerry, but it's nowhere near the level of popularity and notoriety, though. Give me Pinky in the Brain.
That last. I
And
appreciate
then
that.
to follow up with that, I shouldn't even have to take Pinky in the Brain. I should have led with this. Give me the Animaniacs.
That's one. Pick somebody else. That to me, that's one.
So I could just take the Animaniacs as one pick, right? Because Pinky and the Brain, they got their own show, but they started out as a part of the
Yeah.
anime.
Wait, go ahead. You pick somebody else.
Okay, give me Hey Arnold.
Oh, body blow. That hurt. That hurt.
Give me Hey Arnold.
Um, got two. We run off. We get Bob's Burgers.
Fucking motherfucker. I was just looking at that to see like if that's gonna be able to make my cut for my last two picks.
We get Bob's Burgers.
Good one.
That's
Fucking good.
surprise. Kind of pick. Let me get Black Dynamite.
Ooh. Nick, so you ever been slapped with a frog dick?
No, when he goes to the moon,
Bro,
when he throw the rock of OJ, when OJ goes to the moon,
yo, bro, that's one of the funniest.
I threw that shit from the moon, bitch.
Yo, bro, that shit is so fucking funny,
Uh,
bro.
but
So, so
those
wreck.
are cool, for sure, yeah. I had to get him in there.
It didn't have a long enough run though.
Hey man, my draft. You pick your team. Pick your little funky ass team.
Alright,
You sideways.
alright. Give me
Hey,
gargoyles. What happened?
okay.
I'm gonna take gargoyles. I'm surprised it lasted this long.
I'm not really. I wasn't like. I watched Gargoyles, but it wasn't that.
That was my shit as a kid.
It wasn't that.
I was always praying on Santos' downfall. Damn, yo, I don't really have any adult shit here.
You're a fucking child.
So now this one is now this one, I'm sure wasn't even on your radar. This is a forgotten show, but was so fucking fire when it was on TV. They canceled it, brought it back for a couple years. I've been scouring the internet trying to find it on streaming services, and anybody that carries it only carries the last two seasons when they brought it back. Don't have the original classics. But this is one of the most fire shits you ever seen on TV. Very entertaining, hilarious. One of the first shows that we saw with claymation. They had the Wallace and Gromit movies from when you was a teenager and I was in diapers, but
Reading Celebrity Deathmatch.
Celebrity fucking Deathmatch. Celebrity Deathmatch was so fire when I was a kid, and that counts as animation.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, but that totally
It
is.
counts as animation.
Perfectly. That's all. Yeah, yeah. That's totally
Clay,
count.
that's why I said it probably is not even on your. I'm sure it's not even on your radar because even when I thought about it, when it first popped in my head, I'm like, does this count though? Because it's not necessarily a cartoon, but it's still technically animation. It's the claymation. Because that's not even the only claymation that was on my list. But I'll reveal the other one if you don't pick it with your last one. So my final pick, I'm going with Celebrity Deathmatch. And now you have one last pick to cap it off.
We're doing 10, right?
Yeah.
I only got 8 because I've been putting check marks next to all mine.
No, you have. Oh yeah. I got 9. You got 8. I'm bugging out. So this is
But,
your last two, and then I get one more.
uh, uh, give me Recess.
Damn,
I
I
know.
should have saved that Celebrity Death Match. I didn't realize I still have one more.
Yeah, let me get Recess. I know like a hidden gem wasn't on for terribly, terribly long. Maybe like Recess might have had like a 2 year run, 3 year run maybe at the most.
Bro,
Fire Ash.
One of the best cartoons of the 90s, early 2000s.
EJ Detweiler, getting to it.
That was my shit. Spinelli was a G.
Gangster.
Bro,
Spinelli,
you sent me
is
a
just,
Randall gift not too long ago.
yeah. Spinelli is just the Belcher kid from Bob's Burgers.
Yeah,
Same character.
same exact character. Facts.
And then it wouldn't be right. I gotta get the OG of OG, the God MC. This motherfucker is like Will Chamberlain when it comes to this cartoon shit. Bugs Bunny, Looney Tunes.
I left them off too. I left off Looney Tunes.
They say he was playing against plumbers, but get
I
to
mean,
it.
he was, but
Hey man, everybody had it when you don't have one of them days when you was a kid sitting at home during summer break and you just, shh, man, let me sit here for and past 30 minutes and me watching Bugs Bunny terrorize everybody, fucking Elmer Fudd to pieces. Like, nah, bro, run that. Can with some cornflakes.
so there's always people like in all these different cartoons and movies, TV shows, comic books. We always see heroes, right? These superheroes that want to save people. They want to save all the people in the world. But nobody ever thinks about the planet. Nobody ever thinks about the earth. Humans always just destroying the earth,
He would be my 11th pick.
speeding up the timeline. And it's like, yo, like, what are we doing here, man? There's only one person we could call on in a real time of need. The only person that could stop these California wildfires, stop all these sinkholes and earthquakes. We just had an earthquake in New York recently. What we need is Captain Planet. He's our hero.
He was on my list.
Yo, bro, like, all I know is that with all these factories, he could still take pollution down to zero.
He was
Like,
on my list.
come on. Earth, wind,
Who was
water,
on your list? Who was on?
fire.
It's 10, right?
Huh?
10, right?
Yeah, that's my 10th man.
Yeah, man.
You,
We got
you
that's some
pulled
Iron
out
Man.
you pulled out the figuratively and literally you pulled the rabbit out the hat with your last pick.
You go, man. And
And it's like had I realized I had another pick, I probably wouldn't have went with Celebrity Deathmatch. And there's a few that got left off. Like I wanted to pick the PJs. Now that we done finished up this draft,
oh, that's your other claymation need one. Okay, that's what's up.
yeah, I had the PJs on there. Um, Batman the animated series from the 90s, the shit that was real dark and like that wasn't really made for kids. Um, what else? Street Sharks, that was my shit. Ed and I had the Street Shark sneakers from Payless that light up with the one with the rollerblade and then the hammerhead. That was my shit. I had the sheets on my bed. Street Socks was really my shit.
I had American Dad on my shit.
Yo, that's one thing. We probably gonna get ate up by the audience for that. Not having no Family Guy or American Dad.
That's why I picked Bob's Burgers though. It's a Sunday night, and you
Yeah,
picked the
like so let's run through this list real quick. You pick Doug, Rick and Morty, Scooby Doo, King of the Hill, Tom and Jerry, The Jetsons, Bob's Burgers, Black Dynamite, Recess, and Looney Tunes. That's an ill draft, bro. Like of those 10, you got at least one, two, three, four, five, at least five undebatable classics. Like it's not up for negotiation. and then at least like two or three that's arguable, depending on who you talk to.
I mean, recess you had to be there, so I can see how for some people that wouldn't be.
Yeah, like that's one of the borderline ones for me. So what I would say, guaranteed classic: Doug, Scooby Doo, Tom and Jerry, The Jetsons, and Looney Tunes. And then it's like you can argue a case for King of the Hill. You can
King of
argue
the
a
Hill is
case for
definitely a classic.
Recess.
Now I put King of the Hill as a lock in the classics. That's a high bar.
No, actually, yeah, King of the Hill was a part of the five. My five was Doug, Scooby Doo, King of the Hill, Tom and Jerry, The Jetsons, and Looney Tunes. Guaranteed five classics. Then you can argue for Recess.
Yeah.
And then Bob's Burgers, Black Dynamite, Rick and Morty ain't old
Bob's
enough
Burgers is
to
a
be a
classic.
classic.
It
It ain't
ain't no
old
debate.
enough to classify as a classic.
Bob's Burgers got like 14 seasons, bro.
Bob's Burgers ain't old enough to be classified as a classic.
I'm saying it's certified classic. Like I
Bob's
think it's like a
Burgers
classic
came
album.
out in 2011, bro.
How long it need to go to be a classic?
Bro, as in 2024, it had to have started at least like early 2000s.
Nigga, they got 14 seasons.
It
They had
started
a movie.
started
Once
13.
you get the movie, I feel like that makes you a classic because it means you reach the status.
It makes you a household name. Once you get the movie,
You
you
really pushing back
so
on Bob's Burgers as
once
a
you I'm not trying look, and it's feel I feel icky. Like I feel disgusted with myself. I can't believe
okay,
I
okay. I'm glad. Okay, I feel okay.
like I feel disgusted with myself saying anything that's not pro Bob's Burgers. Like I really fuck with that show heavy. But bro, again, we talking Doug, Scooby Doo, King of the Hill, Tom and Jerry, The Jetsons, Looney Tunes. We didn't even get into my picks yet. Like when you talk about classic, like
I
I'm talking like
can't.
damn near timeless. Like
Bob's Burgers is damn near timeless.
it's only been out for 13 years though. That's not even half of our ages.
But you gonna say the Boondocks is timeless and it's got 4 fucking seasons?
But the Boondocks also came out like 20 years ago.
All right, let's talk about your TED because I know if
Look,
I argue with you on this nigga, we will be here
look.
for.
If all right, so if we're saying that Bob's Burgers qualifies as a classic, then
I
it's a
said that if
guaranteed classic.
no no
Then
no
it's
no
a classic.
if Bob's Burgers is not a classic, then Bob's Burgers is Mitch Richmond and Tracy McGrady. That is the bar to get into the Hall of Fame. If you are better than them, you are a Hall of Fame player. They are Kurt. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Or they would be
If it's a classic, just say it's the last. It's the last level of the classic, though. It's like if to be a classic, you have to be better than Bob's Burgers.
yeah, for a fact.
That's like
It's like if Brandon Roy never got injured. If Tracy McGrady never got injured, if Grant Hill never got injured, that's what Bob's Burgers is now. Now,
how other Bob's Burgers are you right
if
now?
Bob's Burgers makes it to season 20,
Easy.
me and it's not I'm not saying that every show needs to have that many seasons, but the longevity
Have
because
you been
it's
like?
been
Are you
around.
like? Have you been
Look,
keeping up
now
with?
we're talking 20 years now. Now we're talking it's been around for 20 years.
Have you been keeping up with Bob's Burgers?
Huh?
Have you been keeping up with Bob's Burgers?
Oh, for a fact. Yeah, that's my shit. Like
Okay,
I
okay.
fuck with it. I fuck with it.
This shit's tough. It's gotten better.
I don't feel like it has. And what's crazy is like they set the bar high. I feel like from the first episode, like there was never an episode where I was like, I didn't like it. Like some are funnier than others, but like when you got when you got Bob, Gene, like you could remove some of the characters, but as long as you still got those three kids and the pops, bro, I'm good. You just give me two of the kids and the pops, and we still have a show. The shit is hilarious. But you know, it's a show I wanted to that I forgot. Well, I didn't forget about it. Just It didn't make it was Archer.
I've only literally seen 3 episodes ever.
That shit is as if it's like if Mission Impossible was a comedy instead of a serious film.
Hold up. That just gave Archer gave me a thought though. Hit Monkey.
I'm not mad at that.
One season, Hit Monkey came crazy. You be watching Invincible though, don't you?
I just started watching again the other day, trying to finish off the second season. The last episode I watched was he came back to Earth and Mom Dukes is raising the bastard son.
Yeah. Hold
Um,
up. Captain Planet a classic to you?
is Captain Planet a class? I didn't call it a class, but I mean, like
I'm
he's.
saying let's talk about your 10. Is Captain so you think Captain Planet is a classic?
I think it's a borderline. It's a debatable.
So how many classics you got in your 10?
South Park, The
Okay.
Boondocks, The Simpsons, Hey Arnold,
What?
Gargoyles.
No, no. Hey Arnold and Bob's Burgers are even. I can't say one's better than the other.
Okay, if that's how you feel, I'm gonna respect that. It's
Like
like
I thought the Soup
It's like calling fouling the pickup game. I'm gonna just respect your call, right? South
you
Park.
think Bob's Burgers isn't better than that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, them
All right, so look, we got South Park, Boondocks, The Simpsons, Amazing Spider-Man. Do you argue any of those?
no. If you just let
Gargoyle.
if you let Bob's Burgers be a classic, I will let you let Hey Arnold be a classic.
I respect that, but now Gargoyles is that a
No,
classic?
no.
Not a classic.
Your favorite, but it's not a classic.
Gargoyles is a classic, bro.
Gargoyle is not a classic. Like how? How you saying Gargoyle is better than fucking Bob's Burgers? We had a debate Bob's
That's
Burgers.
two different genres. That's two different genres,
I
bro.
think it was. Well, how many seasons of Gargoyles is it? How many episodes of Gargoyles are 38?
I don't know. I have to go on Disney Plus and check.
Bullshit. No. Maybe because you was a kid, you thought that shit was in the. You thought
So
it was
wait,
going
you
to
can.
be.
So do you consider that a debatable, or it's not even like?
I wouldn't. I would. Hold on, man. How many fucking episodes is this shit? Like, I'm not. I am upset that you even thought 3 seasons. Stop it.
How many episodes? Why didn't I just go on Google? Why did I just log into Disney Plus?
13. Season 2's 52 episodes apparently.
Hmm.
I mean, it had a decent amount of episodes. Still, I can't put it in that category.
So it's not even up for debate. You just
No,
like, nah, that's not a class. That's
no,
crazy.
no. Not even
Nah,
that.
that's a debatable. That has to go in the
Yeah,
same
I'm not
category.
gonna fight you on it. I just don't. Nah, I don't think the people watching this gonna go agree with you.
They got a nice amount of episodes.
Yeah,
So what you're saying is I got four classics. Oh, do you consider Captain Planet a classic? That's a classic. That has to go in the classic category. Like
it is. No,
it
because it's got a classic saying, it's got a classic theme song. Yeah, it's classic.
yeah, like it may not be as fire as a lot of other classics. Like there's classics we left off, like the Flintstones,
Yeah,
Thundercats,
but it's got
He-Man.
a Christmas song. It's
Yeah,
got
so that's a classic. So I got five classics. So you say I got five classics and one debatable because you got to put Dexter's Laboratory into the debatable conversation as well. Oh,
Dexter's
wait,
Laboratory.
hold up. The Animaniacs. That's a classic. So South Park, The Boondocks, The Simpsons, Amazing Spider-Man, Animaniacs, Captain Planet. That's six classics. Celebrity Deathmatch is more of a cult classic. Hey Arnold and Dexter's Laboratory is in that. And you got to be better than this to be a classic. Right along with uh Bob's Burgers. See now, if it was American Dad or Family Guy, then they go in the classics category.
American Dad was my next pick.
American Dad, I'm mad at myself that it didn't make it on the draft. But I also don't have my glasses on.
Shit, get out of here. Yeah, no, I came down to American Dad or Black Dynamite for me on the last pick.
American Dad or Black what?
Or Black
Dynamite?
Dynamite.
Oh, all right. I ain't mad at your choice. I probably would have went with American Dad over that though. That feels racist saying out loud, but that's what I probably would have went
That's the entire reason why I picked it. But
with. Kid named Code Next Door. Kid named Code Next Door. Fire cartoon. Did you watch that?
no.
Yeah, you was probably already in high school when that came out.
uh, I went old, real old school, a real racist show. Johnny Quest.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Shout
Haji
out,
was a real
Haji.
one, bro.
Shout out to homie Haji.
Shout out, man. Haji was a real one, bro. Dr. Quest.
Johnny Quest. Yo, that shit was so racist, bro. Yo, so I had the turban on though, like and he was.
That was his homie though. Stop making it seem like Johnny ain't fuck with. They was best friends.
Nah, the writers though, like the writers were racist. Johnny fucked with him, but it's like the stereotype they tried to portray, and it was like cross-cultural just disrespect on all levels. Like son had an Indian accent, but rocking the turban on his head. Like the way they did it is just so foul,
Yo,
bro.
you remember? You ever see Hong Kong Foodie?
Son
The
with the
niggas
dog.
and the goddamn filing captain on these niggas.
Yo, bro, like, I mean, the list goes on of how much disrespectful, stereotypical racist shit went down back in the day. Like even on Tom and Jerry, where they had the angry black lady in the crib always beating them, never show her face. They had the cartoons with the shit. We could talk about that's a
We
whole.
gotta give Flintstones a mention just because
I meant to ask. I said that. I mentioned that was one of the classics that we didn't bring in.
it's a straight
The
classic.
Proud Family is another. That's a Disney classic. That's one of the few Disney shits I fucked with.
That's cool. I give you that.
Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, X-Men, Jackie Chan Adventures, Courage the Cowardly Dog. Like this is why I was like, yo, I was ready to do like a 30 round draft, bro. Like
We
I
could go
had a crazy list.
Mike Tyson Adventures.
See, that's where you lose me.
You never saw Mike Tyson Adventures?
I never liked Mike Tyson Adventures.
That wasn't bad.
There's a lot of shit I didn't like. There was a lot of shit I just didn't rock
Maybe
with.
we'll have a part. Maybe we'll part two with it.
You know, it's
Whatever.
another classic,
I
Space
can put that
Ghost.
at a later date. I'll really put some more thought into it.
Space Ghost. Bro, I came up with this list when you said you was going to Chipotle.
Yeah, I thought, and I just did my while we were talking. But yeah, I thought about Space Ghost. Uh, another OG.
Yeah, bro, I was gonna come in on this episode pause and do this off the top of the dome pause, and I was just like, yo, this was Charles' idea. He's probably prepped for this shit before he even sent me that text.
I'm gonna. No. What happened was when we talked. There are a couple of other drafts I sent you that we should do, and I'm locked in like all the way because they really take some thought. So I'm like,
See, this is what I'm saying. Like, so I was
I'm
like, yo, let me make sure because this one didn't require much though. It's just like just think about my childhood.
the actor draft. Oh, I gotta come fully equipped.
Oh man, you're gonna probably smoke me in that one. When we doing that one next week?
Yeah,
Oh, so I got time to prepare. I don't know though, bro, because it's like to really sit there. It's too many. It's so many movies, so it's like you got to really sit there and think about the catalog and like it's crazy. I'm gonna just go with the.
people on that
I'm
one.
going with the people I fuck with, bro. Like
We can go 15, 20 people on that one.
pause. See, like we got to do actors and actresses if you're gonna go 15, 20.
Bro, it's 30 act. It's 30 actors easy.
Your list is at least like 40, 50.
My list probably.
Yeah, your list is probably like 40, 50, and that's just like with the expectation that you're not going to get everybody who you want. So you got about 20 backups.
But we're only doing 20 people in the draft, so there's
But
plenty
this
of
is
room.
why, and this is why I expect your list to be like 40, 50.
Yeah, that would be the one I got to think about. But at the same time, I could do that without the dumb much easier because I can think of movies. But like, man, you might get Schwarzenegger like with like the eighth pick in his draft though.
Yeah, but it's like, is he really a good actor? Or like,
Okay, okay, so we're going with the art. Okay, all right, man. Just don't like. I'm not taking. I'm telling you right now, I'm not taking Daniel Day Lewis. I don't give a damn.
so are we going? So look, I guess this is a preview for y'all for next week. What are the guidelines for this? How are we grading this? Is it just their range as an actor, how good they are as an actor, or is this
It's,
like the quality of movies? Is it both?
to me, it's like 80% all of that, 20% like who do you actually like? It's like I don't want like I never want to get this shit to a
No, no,
point where
no. Of course, because we're not sitting here like really debating. Like
yeah, I'm
obviously,
not
we
trying to
like
take a
to
bunch of.
believe we have
I don't
good
want to.
takes.
I'm not trying to beat you. I'm just trying to talk about like the ones that I fuck with, the ones that I think are the best. Uh, you know, up there because like South Park would have been my first pick or second pick too. So
Yeah, like to me, like yeah, exactly. Like but obviously we picking people that we like. Is we not just
yeah,
like, oh
who do
yeah.
you think is like yeah, who's your best actor, your best 15 versus my best 15?
But now is that still is that just like, yo, I think this person, because there's people that be in some shitty movies that
Can
be
act,
great
can't
actors.
act. Like give me an example of a person you think that can act, but you know, I think they can act.
Uh Mariko,
Yeah, we only seen her be good at one thing though.
and she was bad in another. But
Yeah,
both things were fire.
yeah, but that's not that ain't got nothing to do like we're
Okay,
not actors. I'm talking about like mostly like movie
okay,
stars.
all
Same
right.
thing.
So look, Arnold Schwarzenegger, he don't have range as an actor, but
Bangers.
huh?
You got bangers though.
Exactly though. So it's like he don't have range as an actor, but he damn near every movie he's in is fire.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying.
Putting catalogs against people, like actual people's skill level.
All
Like,
right, so it's a combination of both. It's a combination of three
yeah,
things. Like the
that's all
main
we're
thing
saying.
is really like who you fuck with. But now when we drafting who we fuck with, we're doing it. Now it's like, all right, we gonna see who got a better catalog and is a better actor.
Like, okay, we'll put it like this: one of us is going to draft Denzel. It's like, are you drafting Denzel because you think he's the best actor, or because you fuck with Denzel the most?
Because of his acting skills, not because I fuck with him the most.
That's all. Then there's your answer.
Me drafting Denzel is because he's a great actor and he's in fire movies, but I don't like every movie he's in, but he does a great job in every movie he's in too.
That's what I'm saying though. So that's the criteria right there. Just because we would both, he's going to be one of the highest picks in this shit. So
Yeah, it's
all of
like shit. Terminator, one of my favorite movie franchises, but Arnold Schwarzenegger, like as just a like actor, you take away the action scenes, he's terrible. He
okay,
can't even make a different facial expression, but I'm probably gonna draft him. Well,
no man.
you know who's the star of the greatest movie franchise of all time? And wait, who gets to pick first? Are you picking first next?
You just pick first. So yeah,
Yeah, so you pick first. All right, cool. I'm cool with that. I'm real cool with that. I don't think you're gonna go with a white
coming
guy.
to that one, be prepared, ready to go.
I that's gonna be, see, that's some shit where I'm gonna need the whole week because I'm gonna make a list of like 20 off the top of my head. And then people just gonna randomly start popping up in my head as I think about this and mull over my list.
You're gonna be on pick 17 talking about some James Franco, some stupid shit. So yeah.
Man. I mean, he could make one of the last picks of the draft because we took, like, listen, what movie have you seen with James Franco that you didn't like?
27 hours, 127 hours, whatever the fuck it was.
27 Hours was a good movie.
Okay, yeah, I just don't care. I'm not saying I hate James Franco. The interview was stupid.
The Interview was hilarious.
It was stupid though. It's not Pineapple
Oh,
Express,
it's
right?
Pineapple Express.
I love Pineapple Express.
but it was stupid.
Yeah, but it was at least storyline.
This is the end. Stupid.
I don't like This Is the End that much.
What?
I like it, but I don't like it that much. I think I've only seen it probably twice.
That shit's hilarious. It's wild. It's wild. It's a crazy. I can't even say what I wanted to say. That's a conversation we gotta have like off the air. That movie is wild though, but like it's funny. It's fucking funny. What's the dude's name that plays Eastbound and Down?
Danny McBride.
That dude is hilarious. He steals the show in that movie, in my opinion. He's fucking hilarious. But all right, so that's it for this week's episode of the Break the Bank podcast. Let us know in the comments who you think drafted a better roster, well, better list of cartoons, a better group of animated series.
Always
Let us know
two,
who we left off that we never mentioned. We mentioned
drafts,
already if you what happened?
the 2 drafts, 2 wins. Easy work. Pack this nigga up.
First of all.
So what I said, standing. It's crazy. You in New York with an Atlanta hat on. I'm in Atlanta with a New York hat on. It's crazy. Twilight Zone.
Yeah, I didn't even yeah, I didn't even peep that. I didn't even peep that. I forgot I had this hat on. I got mad hats on the table. I just pick a random hat, look down at my sneakers, make sure it don't clash, and just call it. But now I'm not even gonna. I feel like I gotta give you the first draft. I'm not gonna lie. Like when I look at both of ours, I don't know though. Like no. I got Rocky, bro. Like you can't beat Rocky. So yeah, no, you lost. You lost the last one. This one, if you won this one, it's a split decision by 1 point.
All right.
And that like, but I got Rocky, bro. Like that's the knockout punch. I beat you in the 12th round,
That's fair.
and I got Rocky in both drafts. That's what makes it the knockout punch in the 12th round. But
Fair.
tune in next week. Let us know in the comments who we didn't mention, who you feel like was snubbed from the list in the honorable mentions. Tap in. We locked in with this.